It was while growing up as the oldest boy in a family of 19 kids in West Fort William that this dedicated volunteer no doubt learned the skills required to spend over 40 years keeping the peace on the field and on the ice as an administrator, umpire, and referee. While attending a rural baseball game as a spectator in the late 1950s, he was asked to help out umpiring a game, and he never looked back. After 5 years, he found himself calling games in the Fort William Senior Baseball League. By the mid-1960s, Little League Baseball was becoming more and more popular, and in 1963, District Administrator Fred Bagnello approached Dick and some other local umpires to help behind the plate. While attending Umpire School in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, he was offered a pass to umpire pro games in the U.S., but turned it down, returning home and umpiring Little League games from 1963 through 1979. When Thunder Bay hosted the 1981 Canada Summer Games, he was called upon to do double duty, serving as an umpire for Ontario and as the officials coordinator for softball. This dedicated sports volunteer didn't restrict his officiating to just the summer months. Starting in the mid-1960s, he took to the ice as a hockey referee. While overseeing a game at the Fort William Arena, he was approached by the Fort William Elks to help them out with their officiating for league games and tournaments. And from there, it was on to the Commercial League and various divisions within the Thunder Bay Hockey Association, handing in his whistle in the late 1980s after close to 30 years on the ice. In the early 1980s, he got more involved in the administrative side of sports. After just 1 week in the position of Assistant Administrator for Ontario District 3 Little League, he was vaulted into the top job when the District Administrator became ill. His first duty was hosting the 1980 Ontario Senior Little League Championships, something he had never done before. Not deterred by the experience, he went on to stay in the position for close to 20 years. During that time, he was responsible for a number of tasks such as hosting district playdowns and provincial and national championships. He also traveled to meetings and tournaments across Canada and in the U.S. and attended events such as the Little League Congress, which featured delegates from around the world. After handing over the reins to the next generation of Little League administrators in 1998, he returned behind the plate. Helping out with various leagues, he ended up his 41-year umpiring career back where it all began, calling games in the Rural League well into his 70s. Although most people would not want the controversy to follow them around after a game, this longtime umpire proudly displayed his position wherever he went, sporting an Ump 123 license plate on his car for many years. In addition to his activities with hockey and baseball, this dedicated volunteer also gave back to sport as a longtime board member of the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame. Involved from 1980 to 2013, he held many executive positions, including serving as its president during the Hall's relocation to its new facility. So, what advice does this longtime volunteer have for up-and-coming officials and administrators when they have to deal with disapproving players, coaches, and fans? According to him, it's quite simple. Be nice to people and stick to the rules, and you won't have any problems. Spoken like a true builder of sport.